Hello, Planeswalker. Welcome back to the arena. I am Tap for Mana. Today we're gonna play we're gonna play one of my favorite other archetypes that's not burn. We're gonna play some Mono Blue. Mono Blue was pretty high up there for a while. It seems to be dying down a little bit. I've noticed in favor of Mono White and Mono Red aggro, but Blue still has those legs. We're gonna take it to a couple games and play a few games with that, and then go from there. So eventually I'm going to start showing off a bit of ranked, but right now I'm still trying to get out of silver tier with the start of the new season. I didn't play much ranked, but I'd like to start getting into it. So we're going to start doing that here in a couple videos. I'd like to get up in the least gold tier where we can have some fun. You know, the grind of bronze and silver isn't that fun to watch, so. But yeah, we're going to play some Mono Blue here, do some quick games. It's been a long day for me, so I just want to pound out a couple videos here for you guys and keep you well entertained. Mono Blue is... I gotta say Mono Blue's been one of my favorites, favorite decks to play since Guilds of Ravnica came out. I'm not surprised with the Thunderage there. We'll play Terramander, see if we can get around him here. He definitely knows now I have a Curious Obsession after that stall. Anyways, this looks like Esper. Of course, my first game would be against Esper. This is like my least favorite deck type to play against. Yeah, this is just going to be a boring control matchup here we're going to have to watch. I was going to go on a whole story here about something. I got distracted. Now that I'm playing an Esper deck, I'm going to have to do a bit of thinking. Okay. We're looking pretty good here. We're going to get that Curious Obsession of going. He's going to try and start building out tokens here with his predicted one. There we go. I'm not going to play Tempest Daijin just yet. I want to try and counter out some of his creatures like that. And play the good old Mono Blue tempo, where we just start slowly controlling the game out. So he's going to use that 1/1 to block me, which we are just going to Trickster, get in for 4 damage, draw a card. This is actually going pretty well for an Esper matchup. I'm going to leave that Miscloak there because I do want to have the Wizard Retort in case he plays another big creature like Hostage Taker. Not today. Keeping our options open here. Alright, he's not going to swing. So let's swing with all of them. Clean up these 1/1 chump blockers he's got. And then we will... That's going to go nowhere. I'm obviously just going to have to kill the token off. I'm not going to be able to kill the 1/3. Yeah, we'll just go like this. That way at least the token dies and we get some value out of this. But now I will definitely play the Tempest Djinn. And... well, considering I'm only holding a Spell Pierce, I'll play the Mistro Herald just to have that extra bit of creature control. And there's the Mortify. This is why I held on to the Spell Pierce. Now we got our big 5/4 flyer in the air. We'll swing with all here. So not likely to get in, but we'll get in for 6. Now we're threatening lethal in the air, so he's going to have to deal with it. So I'm going to put the Terramander down, hoping to adapt it next turn, which would be the ideal situation here. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's lethal. That's our first game. Thank you, Mono Blue. Our opponent may have a trick up his sleeve here, but If he tries to eliminate one of my creatures, I do have a dive down. Yeah, he's going to cast down it. I'm going to dive down. There we go. So yeah, the mono blue tempo. Sorry I went a little quiet there. Usually when I play Esper, I kick the brain into high gear because you never know what those guys are holding on to. Let's play another game here. Never know what they're holding on to. Like mono red, you know exactly. It's the same deck type. There's so many different variants I've run into with Esper that I just have to sit there and think, when do you play the right spell at the right time, the right counter? But that's mono blue tempo as well. You need to play the right cards at the right time and just keep the pace going in your favor. I don't like that I only have one land on that. That's a little better. I'll keep that. I will keep the Spell Pierce on the top. And looking at this could be a mono blue mirror match or probably another Esper. I'd like to say it might be Is It? Oh, it is It? Alright. Alright, this could be an interesting one. Considering we have all our counter... Well, we've got a early Spell Pierce in hand. We also have a dive down to keep our Siren Storm Tamer with Curious Explorer on it. Is there a Curious Obsession, sorry. On. We might be able to control this out and keep the tempo going in our favor, where we can start pushing ahead. So already he's looking to race us here. Now he's going to cast Lava Coil. We will Spell Pierce that. And that costs 2. And he doesn't have the mana to cast that, keeping our Siren Storm Tamer alive for 1. I think our opponent's gonna... I thought he was gonna opt. Talk about some top deck luck there. Alright, let's get an early Tempest Daijin out then. My luck, I'm going to eat a Lava Coil. No, he's got an opt. I just need to survive one turn here with him. No, there it is. There's the Lava Coil we all know and love. And now he let me for 2. What can we start doing here? I do not need any dive downs. This is not going good for us already. The Goblin Electromancer is actually hurting us the most right now, with everything being the price it is, having no removal for it. I'm pretty sure now he has counter spells open for whatever we draw, which could really go into hurting us here. Alright, well, we have one counter spell if he plays a Drake next turn, which could keep us in the game for a bit, but so far this isn't looking too good. This is starting to look like it might be an early concede here, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, we got a Mistcloak out. He's out on the board. He can be defended with dive down. We can slowly start with something, right? No. We have water for that. That should prevent him also from attacking with the Goblin Electromancer, at least for this turn. And he's digging deep. I didn't see him put an Arclight in the grave, so I'm not too worried about that. Come on. See a creature. Not more blue land. Yikes. We're just gonna walk away from this one. We're flooding out right now. Biggest kryptonite I gotta say to mono blue is your draws. And that's the Achilles heel of this deck, is your draws. If you cannot get a good draw off the start, your game is going to be hell. especially against all these new archetypes that are making their way out. Mono blue is just dependent on its draws. If you cannot continuously keep drawing on your turns with mono blue, it is not going to go in your favor. Let's try this again. This is a pretty decent opening hand with the Mystical Herald, 2 Curious Obsessions, and Trickster. Now this is a matchup I'm looking to see. I really like seeing some Selesnya because now we're not too worried about any burn or anything, so we can start chipping away here and get a good tempo going. And my turn. Just because we're likely to see, I figured we'd see like a 1-drop creature. But we're gonna put another Curious Obsession on him. Now we got a beautiful tempo going already. Dive down, an extra island. This is a beautiful, beautiful tempo already. And we're going to Spell Pierce that Gift of Paradise. Just to slow his pen down here. That... well, we're going to swing before we cast anything to see what we can draw into. We're already getting, like I said, we're getting a nice tempo here. I don't like any of those draws, and considering since we swung, and I will opt. I don't need any more land right now. That'll end my turn, just because I want to leave a dive down open, and I'll discard one. So it leaves me a dive down open if he tries to do any shenanigans that will put my card in exile. So Exelon's Binding, Conclave Tribunal. I don't have anything to counter that, so we'll let that come into play. He's going to destroy one of my enchantments. I can't do anything about that. That's alright. So we lose 1 Curious Obsession, which is fine. Draw another land off the top. We'll swing. Still chipping away. Another Wizard's Retort. So I'm actually going to flash in the Trickster. Well, I'm going to hard cast the Trickster just for the damage buff, but now I can counter at least one thing he tries to play. And then if he tries to sneak anything else in, we can always dive down one of our creatures. Ah, see, I am so glad I thought of doing that. That could have gone bad. So like I said earlier, and I know I'm repeating myself, but this is kind of what you're looking for a nice tempo. Play another Curious Obsession here. We'll swing in for 3. We'll leave the Defender. Play the land. And we'll end the game with a full hand. Gives us 2 backup dive downs and a Wizard's Retort. Alright, now that we have 2, I'm going to go for a big swing here. Start putting more pressure on our opponent. Cast one of our dive downs. Just to add that extra defense so we don't lose our creature. Leaving us with 4 mana open. Plus our double draw. There's a land card. And a Spell Pierce. So let's play our land card. Let's threaten lethal with our Tempest Daijin. Putting complete lethal on the board. And we'll end the turn there, holding a Spell Pierce So I'm going to spell pierce that. So our opponent can't get any life, and I have a Wizard's Retort open for if he plays anything, controlling him right out, and he concedes. Awesome. So that's what we were looking for. That was a much better matchup for our mono blue. Let's go for one more game, win or loss. We'll see how it goes, and that's probably where we're going to end the video after this next game. And then I'm definitely going to try and sneak in a little bit of ranked match. I'd like to get just a little bit of ranked, but like I said, the silver and gold is not the greatest to watch because you never know what you're going to run in. You can't really prepare for it. And some games go really good, some games go really bad. So we're looking at 2 mana here with a Dive Down, a Mistcloak, Charter Course, and 2 Tricksters. I'm going to keep this hand, considering we're on the draw. See what we can get. It's looking mono whitish again. So I will be playing the, I'll be flashing in the Trickster next turn. That way I have Wizard's Retort open the following turn after, and we can start controlling out anything he tries to do. That's a Boros list. I'm pretty sure he gets a buff here. No. Alright, well, we're going to counter this out. We're going to block this out. We play the Siren Storm Tamer. No, I want to be able to have a blocker with some beefiness on it. So I'm going to cast the Trickster now. Just to tap him. Now we could eat a shock here because this is Boros. We do not eat a shock. So we will swing in for 2. And we will pass the turn to our opponent. See if we can get a nice tempo going here. Opponent's going to swing. I'll let him swing. See what he casts after the swing here. Down that. I'm not going to waste my Wizard's Retort on a Lava Coil, and we can just dive down it. There we go. Now we're getting that extra land we need. Getting our 1 mana drop counter spell. Siren Storm Tamer. Very great card. Sacrifice it for 1 mana, and you can counter a spell that attacks you or a creature. And he's going to go for the Lava Coil again. I'm going to let it Lava Coil it, and I'm going to Trickster in. On the Vanguard again. Leon Vanguard. Now I could eat a shock here, but I'm willing to take that chance right now, because I still will be able to get in for 2 damage. Swiftblade Vindicator. It's alright. Even with the double strike, we should be, I'm pretty sure we should be able to still kill it. So let's bring our course here now that we've swung. We're going to end turn, and we're going to keep the Wizard Retort open, because I'm expecting an Aurelia about now, especially with 5 mana open. That is just as bad, so we'll get rid of that. And we should take 3 here, which isn't bad, because we'll deal out 4 to our opponent. We'll also drop a Daijin. Gonna hit our opponent for 4. And we'll pass the turn, threatening that we have a counter, even though we don't. And then we'll just opt on his turn, overly looking for like a Spell Pierce, or yeah, we'll opt here. We don't need that right now. Alright, so we traded land for land, which isn't bad. We're digging through our lands. So now our Tempest Djinn is our go-to win condition at the moment. So we will leave our Tricksters, who have done much of the heavy lifting, but we will leave them for blockers. We'll hold on to this dive down. with 2 Tempest Gens on the board, we are threatening lethal if they cannot deal with both Tempests. So at this moment, we've won. The game's over for our opponent. He is going to try and get his life gain up here. But with the dive down, we can pretty much kill anything that he swings with. Even with the Mentor, we have 12 in the air. I'm just going to block this out. And because of its double strike, I'm also going to dive down him. And that should take care of him. And that is a game. We're swinging for lethal in the air. Oh, no, our opponent will beat us to the punch and concede. So there we go. That is mono blue in a nutshell. I definitely will be playing this deck in ranked, same as mono white and mono red aggro. I have said previous that I am a mono player. I do prefer playing in mono. I will dabble in other colors like the guild colors. So dual colors are okay, but these plains colors, the threes, I find it very extremely dependent on getting the right lands at the right time. I do have some interest in playing some of them. Like I would like to get the old Jeskai control deck going again. The so-called hipster control. And I'd also like to get a Grixis deck going because I have yet to use that Nikolai Bolas Planeswalker from Core Set. I do have him in here, and I would like to try and get a good deck going with him, especially for ranked. But I'm out of here. I gotta go catch some sleep. But it's been a great time battling in the arena with you Planeswalkers. Hope to see you again soon. Please like and subscribe. This is Tap for Mana, and I'm out.